Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Voice over here. Welcome back to more Pokemon Shining Pearl. It's been a few days since I last went live with Shining Pearl. Basically, I gave myself a good amount of time for a break, and also because work was a pain in the butt. But you know what? As long as I'm getting paid a good amount of money to do what I'm doing, I have no issues with it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the first attempt of the night. Oh, and I need to turn my TV on. Turn my TV on. So y'all can't hear the TV. At least not the background TV anyway. So, for anybody wondering how to tell a shiny Shaymin from a regular, all you need is a darker shade of green, bluish, is like a darker shade of bluish green, and there you go. That's basically your shiny Shaymin. Well, you see the regular green color? So you see this color right here? It's got to be a darker shade of like a more bluish green. Not like this dark color, but a more darker color, like a more like ocean water type of color. I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, there you go. That's how it is. I'm gonna try to go for at least an hour here, on the grounds that it's gonna take, on the grounds that I actually do have to go to work early tomorrow. But I did want to get another night in before I do so. Before I go to bed here in about an hour and a half. I do expect to be around there. That sounds good. Let's get something to drink while this thing's going crazy. Sorry, couldn't resist doing that. I love that music. Spit me some tea real quick, and then we'll get right back into the grand scheme of things. Don't know why I said that in a country boy accent. We have the need for speed. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, back to the action. More for the action. Back to the action. Yeah, because of course that's what they had to say back then. For Power Rangers, we needed to go back to the action, so they say, back to the action. Alright. I'm trying to stay going a little bit up right now. The only downside is what I'm trying to do here, okay? Let me give you a little gist about this. I have been playing with a certain friend of mine, constantly telling me a particular number it would take before I finally get the Shaymin. So trust me when I say I'm not very enthusiastic about it. Like, I'm still gonna do it up until it finally happens, but I'm not very enthusiastic as much as I was before. And like I've said so many times before in these Shiny Hunt streams, I did not go into these streams thinking that it was going to be easy. I knew it was going to be a timely process. But 19 days later, I would have laughed at my future self if I went back into the past and told my past self, you're gonna be here for at least 19 days doing this. My past self would probably have laughed at my future, at myself. because they probably would have thought, well, I don't expect it to be an easy process to do. I don't expect it to be, I don't expect it to take that long. And then we'd be like, here we go again. And you know what? The game is trying to make me lose my sanity, but let me tell you, the sooner we get this shiny Shaymin game, the better off we would be. The better off I would be mentally. Because you pushed me past the breaking point, my dude. Go ahead, turn my TV down a little bit more because it's kind of getting a little bit too loud for my liking. I think that'll be good enough. Alright. So now, we gotta keep doing this over and over again. I'm keeping a close eye on that Shaymin. You know I'm keeping a close eye on this little Shaymin over here. But as per usual, 30 minutes later, 30 minutes into the stream, as per usual, I will be looking for a potential raid target. In case anybody wants to join a raid target if I have anybody here. Because I'm always prepared for that, just in case anybody wants to join. But yeah, that's the way to know if, but there's a way to know if a Shaymin is a shiny. If you don't know, if you can't tell the actual shiny of Shaymin is, if you can't, if you don't know about that, let me just state for the record that there is, if you don't know the shiny version of Shaymin, the other way to know is by way of a certain sound effect that is played for shiny Pokemon. Even though you get nothing out of doing these shiny hunts, it's the hunt itself that makes it the most interesting, the most crazy, It's just something that you would have to take time out of your day to do if you feel really crazy enough to do it. Like yours truly. I am taking a little bit out of my night to try to do this before I go to bed because I'm basically doing this for the journey, And I do want to take a little bit of time, even though this is like nearly 10 minutes in and nobody's really watching this at this point. As far as the actual live event goes, not the post, like the replay of it. I do want to say that I do appreciate everybody that has done all these raids for me in the past. Ever since I started doing the shiny hunt for Shaymin, it was Tom Leo. I remember Tom Leo. I think Ballomatic Gamer. Yeah, Ballomatic was another one. They both rated me once. Then after that, I had Sir Relkenstein. I hope I pronounced his last name correctly. He rated me once, and then Azalea22 on my I think it was probably my last shiny hunt actually when she rated me. When she rated me. Um, Even though technically speaking that was her second ever raid. As far as anybody rated my channel, she's currently got the record at 2 raids. 2 of them. Like the first time, I think somebody suggested me, like I was playing Legends Arceus, and then the second time somebody suggested me again, and I was rated while playing Shining Pearl, which is a game that I, to this day, believe Azalea should play. I'm not saying she has to like it. I'm saying she should. I'm giving her a recommendation to give it out for herself, because she has been told by so many people that it either is a good game or it's not worth the money that was paid when it first came out in November of last year. Personally, I think this game, I won't say that the game is perfect by any means, because it is of course a remake, and it is going to share the same amount of faults, to a degree, that the original had. Um, but at the same time, my favorite aspect about this game is how easy they actually made, it's how easy Game Freak actually made uh, players to be able to try to, uh, uh, complete the national decks quicker. You have the Poke Radar, you have the raids that can be found if you talk to Dawn's little sister, uh, in a route that's south of Sandgem Town. And you also have the Grand Underground, where you gain more Pokemon. You gain the ability to find more Pokemon the more closer to the end of the game you become. And when you get the national decks, it opens up to a wide range, a whole range of Pokemon. Like even with each region's starters, you are given the option to go after the Pokemon that you were not able to obtain at any other point in the game. My personal favorite is the fact that you can actually get both a Turtwig and a Chimchar in the Grand Underground, just like with all the other starter trios in previous games. Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle from Gen 1, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile in Gen 2, Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip in Gen 3, like I just said, and of course Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup in Gen 4, and that's as high as you're gonna go with that. If they ever did a remake of Pokemon Black and White, that would be interesting to see, because dude, I honestly did not mind Black and White when it first came out. I basically thought it was like a repeat of... It basically was a repeat of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, where you're just starting out and you're mainly meeting all of these new Pokemon. But there were like a few Pokemon from past generations, but it was namely... every Pokemon was new, so... it basically played like these fan-made games where instead of basing it on an actual game or the anime, they actually create their own style of Pokemon games with the GBA Pokemon game maker, however you want to call it. However they managed to do that. The whole point is, I didn't have too many issues with Black and White. I thought it was an okay game at worst. I didn't think it was the worst game ever made, let alone of the series, at the time. I'm not sure what game that would be, though, if I was to rank the Pokemon games from best to worst, namely because of on the grounds that I have not played all the games. I have played My first Pokemon game was Gen 3's, and that was Pokemon Sapphire. Nowadays, with the world of emulation, you now have the option to play games that you were not able to play at all, period, for a reason, for the obvious reason. And, it of course, you gotta be careful with the type of games you play, because if you gotta be careful with the type of games you download, because the last thing you want to deal with is being labeled a pirate. And there are pirated games out there that have, there are games out there that do have anti-piracy issues. My personal favorite was a Video Game Developer Tycoon or something like that. It's basically a simulation of where you're a video game developer and you eventually grow up in the ranks, and then the game eventually ends. If you have the pirated copy, if you have a pirated copy of the game, it ends with you going out of business because players were pirating the game. So that's basically a very clever way of breaking the fourth wall, in my opinion, if you ask me. And I only know about it because of videos. I never once download pirated copies. I always buy my games. I just buy my games. Like, truthfully, like, no funny business. I don't go to a scummy website and download it. No, I go to the actual store itself and then purchase it, whether it's a physical or digital store. If it's one that I know of, like PlayStation Network, like the PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, or Steam, or the Nintendo eShop, then I would purchase the games there, because to me, pirated copies are just there to get you into potential trouble. But because of how video games and piracy have become over the years, it's led to people going on and making these very creepy, messed up, disturbing, violent video game piracy screens. Not all of them are terrifying. Some of them actually look very realistic, but it's the ones where they're basically using like the Mario screen to get people to realize something. And it's like, even I know that's faked, because I don't even know where that sound even came from. You know, the ma 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 you know that one? I don't know where that even came from originally. I don't even know who made it. I just heard about it. I just found out about it the other day because people were bringing it up in the comment section of a few of these anti-piracy screens. So then I decided, let me see what this is all about. So I looked it up, and the first video I see actually is just that scream alone. And I'm like, where the hell did this even come from? I don't even know where that shit came from, but it came from somewhere. Yeah, and yes, I am indeed paying attention. I would know if I was getting a shiny Shaymin or not. Yeah, no peppermint patties tonight, sadly, because my nephew ate the rest of them. I had 3 left, and he pretty much ate the rest of them. If not, just 2 of them, and the one somehow got eaten by somebody else. I don't know. But I have no peppermint patties tonight. I feel a little bit sad. Hey, it's 2022. Yo, anyway. Anyway. Ah, this just fell down. There we go. So, no luck yet. We are in the 21-minute mark. Just now, we are now hit the 21-minute mark. And we are still looking for this Shaymin that does not want to pop up for some reason. You know, I'm going to say this right now. If Azalea ever watches these videos, I'm going to say this right now. She jinxed it. I feel like she paid the game developers to mess up my digital copy of the game. I'm just messing. I'm just messing. It's really good. Oh, the background noise is real. The background noise is real. Not really doing it. It was there for a brief period, but it wasn't that bad. You know, can I just say for the record that I like how the flowers actually shine under Shaymin's head? I just think it's really cute. I want to take a picture of that when we get over here again, because that's actually a pretty cute picture taken right there. We must take a picture of this and you'll see what I mean. You see how the flowers just shine under Shaymin? It's really cool. I really like that. I really like that angle.
Don't forget to put my phone back in.
You know what? Yeah, let's see. So what would make my night? You know what would make this good start of my weekend, if not the beginning of next? See, if you look at my channel, I am actually 7 subscribers away from 350 subscribers. And dude, let me tell you, I am still shocked that I've reached that many subscribers. Especially considering how the number of viewers I get on the regular. You know, I'm lucky if I get even double-digit viewers on any of my content. at this point. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's something that I honestly, you know, I really appreciate everybody that is subscribed to this channel, whether it was from the very beginning or if it was from from like the very first to the latest. I wouldn't say very last, but to the very latest. You know, it's been a crazy ride. Like, dude, you would not believe how long. I don't even like. I remember like when I was starting out, I slowly grew subscribers to the point to where I remember. Like, I don't remember when exactly I got the first 100 subscribers. The second, the 200 subscriber mark, again, I don't remember. But I do know it took so long to, to climb that ladder to 300. It took so many years that it's not even funny. But I think the reason why, and I think like part of the most of the majority of the reason why I've grown in subscribers was because of my WWE wrestling video game content. Regardless of whether I was playing the game or not, I still got views out of them, and you know I appreciate that. And that's mainly because, for the most part, I won't say I'm a whiz pig when it comes to wrestling. But there are some things about wrestling that I know of outside of course, you know, the backstage, you know, the behind the scenes type of stuff that, you know, of course, some wrestlers are, don't, you know, that some wrestlers either are not allowed or refuse to break kayfabe in regard to. And, you know, I respect them for that. You know, they're trying to, even though everybody knows that wrestling is fake, you know, they are still trying to keep it on the kayfabe side of things just because they can. And, you know, I appreciate them all for that. But then the climb but then that 200 to 300 subscriber, I still remember when it happened. I was streaming a game. I can't remember what game I was streaming. I think it was Mario Party Superstars. I'm not sure. But I do remember streaming a game, and then I rated Azalea 22, one of the first of somewhere between 3 to 5 raids that I would do for her. And I remember in that very first raid, she helped me get to 300. And that was in either late last year or very early this year. I would have to look back and figure that out. Because I do remember I got 300 subscribers from her, and then she ultimately helped get me to 310 subscribers shortly after that, when she did that raid while I was playing Legends Arceus, which again, you know, I very much appreciate anybody who decides to do a raid for me, you know, a raid on me. You know, it's not necessary, it's not required, I don't ask of it. I don't ask of people to raid me. I don't go into the DMs and be like, please raid me. No. In my honest opinion, the best way to get a raid is to earn it. And I could say, and you know, even when I say that, sometimes I feel like I don't deserve the raids that I've gotten. You know, it's to some degree, I don't feel like I deserve the the raids that I've gotten. Even though I know they've said, you know, even though I've heard some people say, well, you know, you've rated us, so we're rating you back, you know. I've heard of, you know, it's just it's just crazy. And, you know, and it's so crazy that I sometimes feel like I don't deserve it. I believe, you know, I feel like if you're gonna raid somebody, it should be some. And don't get me wrong, I do like the notion that you have these moderately sized YouTube channels doing these live streams, and then next thing you know, bam, they go and raid a smaller content creator who doesn't really have the same things if that person with the moderately good with a moderately good following, if at that, that at their worst, um, they have a good amount of a following in their and they go raid a smaller YouTube channel, whether they know that channel or not. That's still appreciated, and I think that's a really cool idea. That's a really cool concept that people should take into consideration. That like it's again not a requirement. I don't believe it's a requirement. I believe it's something that should be earned, not given away. Well, you raid somebody, you're giving them viewers, but I believe a person should earn that raid. And I've met so many content creators. I've interacted with so many content creators that I believe deserve raids if they get them. You know, I know Azalea 22 gets them almost every stream, at least one almost every stream. And I know not every stream does have a raid, but it still does happen sometimes for the most part. Grande Gamer, I love his content. I still remember the one time when we were playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and he was trying to go for the shortcut. I just threw the bomb over him because I wanted to I just wanted to catch him by surprise and have him explode. He ultimately hit the bomb on, but I didn't realize until after the race is over and I rewatched that race a little bit. I realized, oh, he was going for the shortcut. Okay, because there is a shortcut in the track that we were playing on. And so I'm like, that was actually one of my better shots, if I do say so myself. That was one of my better uh, bomb on throws. But my personal favorite is one that I would love to share, but I can only do it through. Hey, Oscar, how you doing tonight? I was going to say, I have another video that I would like to show, but the only problem is I don't know how to save it on my phone. Like, apparently you gotta download it or something, but I can't do anything to that. But it's really funny. I really love that. It's really funny though. If I ever know how to actually post it on YouTube, I will. Because words cannot do that one moment justice. It is to this day, in my opinion, the best bomb throw ever that I believe popular YouTuber and co-founder the resurgence of the Yeet would be proud of. Anyway, oh, that's right. Speaking of which, I'm actually gonna go ahead and look for a potential raid target, but I'm not gonna end the stream quite yet. I do want to keep going, but I'll be right back. I do gotta use the restroom anyway, so I'll be right back. Okay, that was a lot later than I thought it would be, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for a few minutes later than I initially wanted to, because that took nearly 10-15 minutes. Ah. Yeah, because I took so long in the bathroom, I'm gonna do another 15 minutes added into it. Because I think it took me 15 minutes before I finally came back. It was actually, no wait, actually about 20 minutes. So I'll do another 20 minutes. So it'd be an hour and 20 minutes before I end the stream. Because I don't like shorting people out of time and or money. I don't like shorting people out of that. But I have found a potential raid target in the event who happens to be having a fun time. So this Shaymin is continuing to be the pain in the butt, being a problem child right here. Because I've tried literally everything. I've tried being nice to it. I've tried praying. I've tried complimenting on it. I've literally tried everything in the book. And it still doesn't want to work. It still wants to be a problem. But I'm getting tired of problem children. I'm getting tired of children who are qualified as it, who are titled a problem child. I want this one Pokemon so I can finally be happy again. So I can finally move on with my life. So I can finally do anything and everything I can to keep it going. And every time when I talk like this, it brings me to wanting to rage a little bit. Like, go on a bit of a rant. Not like rage per se, but more like go on a bit of a rant. Because I've literally been at this for 19 days straight. And it's like, when is this damn shiny ever gonna come out of the hiding for once? Like, seriously, I have been at this for 19 days, and it's a wonder how I've not even given up one. Like, I've come close. Don't get me wrong, I've come close at the end of a few streams. But, you know, people, you know, they give me words of encouragement, and I appreciate that. But it's at that point where I'm just getting really I'm just finding this whole ordeal of this shiny hunt is being a little bit ridiculous. I really believe that shiny hunting should be either easy in both Diamond and BDSP as it is in Legends Arceus, because it is a little bit easier in Legends Arceus, but that doesn't make it easy as hell. Or you make shiny hunting in Legends Arceus as hard as it is in BDSP. There should not have been any gray area at all. There should not have been any gray area whatsoever. But because this is a remake, that's the problem. But right now we are at that point where I feel like this Shaymin is just really just trying to kind of being like the Teddy Air, being like the one Teddy Air set in the Pokemon anime, where it has that cute little look when a human sees it, but then when it turns around and it knows that it's not being watched, then that evil smile comes out. And right now with Shaymin, if you were to look at its face, you would see that is not a face of cute and, cute happiness. That is a face of an evil smile. Because I just feel like this Shaymin is just being a problematic with me, and I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I just want to be done with this so I can move on. Because trust me, there are a number of games that I need to get back into. I know Doom would be one, but the only problem with that game is I haven't played it in so long that I don't even remember some of the controls of that game, let alone how to dodge enemies. I want to get back into Rayman. That could be done because the controls are simple enough, and I do know that I've unlocked a few power-ups in the game, so it should not be that too difficult to figure out what power-ups I unlocked at the push of buttons. But yeah. See, I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. Because there's really nothing going on in this stream right now. At all. Nobody to talk to, like, even though Oscar came into the stream earlier. But there's nobody to talk to, nobody to... there's really nobody to talk to, nobody to have fun with at this point. I'm basically like the one scene in, the character in The Simpsons, Grandpa Simpson. Where he's like, oh no, alone. Oh well. But take out the oh well, and that's my thought right now, Like, don't get me wrong. I do appreciate anybody who comes in here, but this has been such a draining time for me. Like, dude, I cannot stress to you how frustrated I have gotten at several different points of streaming this shiny hunt. You can look at most of my streams and you can see how easily frustrated I get. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I knew going into this that Shaymin on the screen was not going to be easy to do a shiny hunt with. I did know it was going to take some time to get in it. I mean, look at Bald Gamer and Beacon of Nick. They both have done shiny hunts in their channels. And I'm bringing them up specifically because they're the only two that I know of that do shiny hunts that I'm subscribed to, right? But with something more bigger, you have your raids and your donations, and honestly, like I've said before, truthfully, I don't feel like I deserve any of it because, I believe some people should save their money for something else, or they should raid somebody else. Like, now, of course, it is their choice, and I do appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just how I feel. I'm not gonna just straight up be an asshole and be like, I'm not gonna, I appreciate the time and effort people take to this. I do appreciate people thinking of raiding me. Don't get me wrong, but deep down inside, I just feel like, I'm not really a channel to be rated at this point. Because, I mean, look at how I'm recording my videos. Hey, Cubsplayer, how you doing? But like I said, look at how I'm recording my videos. I'm recording through a cell phone camera on majority of the games that I have. PS1, PS2, PS3, Nintendo Switch. The only game that I don't do through video recording is the PlayStation 4. And that's mainly because that system in itself does have the option of live streaming on YouTube or Twitch. So, yeah. Do I... Hold on. But yeah, I do appreciate people taking time out of their day to thinking of watching my content. I do appreciate anybody who decides to raid me, and I very much appreciate those who decide to donate to me. Yeah, I do have a Streamlabs on my channel. It is in the channel description on my channel page. If you want to do that, of course, like I've said before, it is not a requirement for you to be here to have a good time. It is just there in case you feel the need to do that. I'm good. I just played Nintendo Switch Sports for the first time. How was it? How is that game? I, for one, don't know if I'm gonna get that game on the grounds that it's a motion-controlled game. And I know for a fact Azalea probably will not play it unless you can somehow calibrate her VTuber. And I brought Azalea for a reason. Because of the fact that she's the only one that I know of that is not too sure about it, but she's where she's not thinking about getting it at this point in time, but she might if the demand from people is high enough to do it. But personally, for me, I feel like it's too motion. It might be a motion control type of game where it's gonna center around motion control, as like the Wii, when Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort came out a number of years back for the Wii. But you think it's better than expected? You know, I've heard about that game myself, and so many people, like, they have some good things to say about it, but some people believe the worst mini game in the game to begin with is the one of soccer, or if you live on the other side, or if you live in other parts of the country, football. But still, so many people didn't really care for it too much. They basically and you know, to me personally, with that mode in itself, it looks too much like a Rocket League clone. It's basically Rocket League, but the ball is way too big, and the Mii's have way too small feet to be kicking that ball effectively, if we were speaking on realistic terms. But yeah, I don't know if I'll get it myself personally. I do have a plan. That I might try to get. Speaking of sports, actually, the fact that you just brought up sports just led me to this. I might actually pre-order the newest Mario Strikers game coming out next month on June 10th. I actually have played Mario Golf Super Rush, and I believe that game should get more recognition for it because it's honestly a really good golf game if you ask me. And then you have something like Mario Strikers. I honestly want to get that game because, I mean, the funniest thing about Mario Golf and Mario Tennis, because I played the original Mario Tennis on the Nintendo Switch Online service for the Nintendo 64 service thing there. I did play that. And initially I was like, nah, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be bad. I played it and I thought it was really good. Same with Mario Golf Super Rush. I bought it after I bought PGA Tour 2K22 or 2K21, which I thought was a fun game, but not the best golf game I've ever played. And I haven't played very many golf games, so that tells you how I feel about that sport. But then Mario Golf came super rushing into my life, and I've been into that game ever since, even though I haven't played it recently. I wonder why, Shaymin. So I'm honestly thinking Mario Strikers might do to me what might do to me in regard to soccer as Mario Tennis and Mario Golf Super Rush have done to me in regard to tennis and golf respectively. Only time will tell. Alright, Cubs player. Be here, most likely. So they'll be here for the next 20 minutes. Technically 18, but who's really counting? Well, it's gonna be 18 here in 20 seconds, but still. So I was looking at something there. Hey, welcome back, Let's Player. I was actually looking at potential raid targets that I'll be doing in 17 minutes. I initially was going to go for an hour, but then I took so long doing something off screen that I decided let's give an extra 20 minutes, because I think it was 20 minutes how long I was gone. So I decided, you know what, let's go another 20 minutes just to make up for that lost time, very much lost time. But yeah, welcome back, Cubs player. Wait a minute. You know, I almost looked at that and I thought that was a Greninja. The Pokemon Greninja. Now I realize, no it isn't. I haven't seen that new... Speaking of Greninja, I haven't seen the new Pokemon anime episode yet. I do know that it's basically the return of Greninja, and that Asher's Greninja and Lucario both battle it out in some way. So I might check that episode out at some point. I mean, I've already checked out the one episode. And then, well, you got this episode that's right here. The next episode after that. What did you think was Greninja? Your profile picture, because it was so small that it almost had me thinking it was a Greninja. Your profile picture, Cubs player. I'm just saying. The reason why, yeah, it looked so much like a Greninja to me because of how small it was, and the way the picture was designed had me initially being like, wait, is that a Greninja I'm looking at on the profile picture? Then I realized, no it isn't. Oh, it's a subtile. Oh. Oh yeah, it is. So, yeah, so I had it right that it was a Pokemon, but I did not have the actual Pokemon in question correct. I did not correctly figure out the, shiny Mega Sceptile and a C for my name. Yeah, I did see the C in your name. Yeah, I did see that. But I thought I almost said Greninja again. The Sceptile was a Greninja based on the angle that it was at. So T-minus 14 minutes and then we will go on a raid. The reason why I'm going early tonight is because I have to go to work tomorrow at 10 a.m. How fun is that? A 10 a.m. day. Well then. Hey dude, trust me when I say, I've had so many people that I can actually, oh, I thought I said another C, but okay. Yeah. I have a good number of people live streaming right now. I was part of Azalea's stream earlier, and I did play one game of Pokemon Unite. Now I remembered why I didn't want to play that game in the first place. Okay, so, like, let me tell you, alright? I have no, like, if you like Pokemon Unite, that's fine. But you are not going to see me play that game too often. On the grounds that, in my honest opinion, it is literally up there with Fortnite as the worst game ever created as far as modern time goes. On the grounds that, number one, it is basically a cash grab game. To the point to where the only reason why this game has made a lot of money and has gained some attention is because it is a Pokemon game. Everybody here knows that if that game was just a simple Pokemon, or not a Pokemon, a simple MOBA game, not very many people would probably want to play it. Like, some people probably would have, but not as many people, nowhere near. It's not that cash grab. It kind of, that is really a cash grab ploy. It actually is, because I'm pretty sure the developers knew very well that they were not going to get anybody to play a game. Well, I wouldn't really say anybody. I would say some people. They wouldn't get as nearly as many people as they would get if it was a simple MOBA game. Now, I'm not saying that they would die off instantly. No, I'm saying it is, but isn't. Well, here is what I consider a cash grab. Basically, anything EA, more recent EA titles, is basically a cash grab, because EA, basically anything that is pay to win. Pay to win games are the worst of the worst. They are the literal cash grabs of the gaming community. Now, of course, you got DLCs and things of such of that nature. They can be considered cash grabs too, because they are involving a video game that you paid full price for. But at the same time, to me, those aren't really too much of a cash grab, because of the fact that the game is not pay to win. Like, it could be pay to win, but it's not as bad as, say, like what I said earlier with EA. Definitely with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I still remember that day when that game, Battlefront 2, first came out. People were absolutely pissed off about it on the grounds of how the microtransaction thing was working. They did not like it whatsoever on something to do with that. Or at least with the items itself. They hated it. Hated it with a passion. Now with Pokemon Unite, I call it a cash grab on the grounds that, like I said, one, it is a game that was basically made with the Pokemon Unite, with the Pokemon name, with the Pokemon brand plastered on it. And the fact that it's a freemium game. Because usually freemium games are going to be those type of games where the only way they're going to make money is by one of two ways. By use of advertisements in the games, or microtransactions. Like I said earlier, microtransactions. And that could again delve into the pay to win type of thing there. And it really could. The other reason why I don't really play something like Pokemon, the reason why the reason why I say Fortnite is the worst game of all time, if not of modern times, is because I honestly, if I want to play a game where I'm dealing with rowdy little kids who think they can talk tough, but in reality, their voices, like, I see what they're doing, but they're not acting tough when they're not sounding tough. So if I was gonna be dealing with anybody like that, I'd be playing with my nieces and nephews off of the game systems. Cause trust me, they could be a little. Cause trust me, little kids could be a little rowdy sometimes. I know that much. So yeah, so yeah, and I do remember. And yesterday was really funny actually. I'd say most of my battle games are cash grabs, and they can be. They can be. That's why I just don't care for those too much. But I do remember. Speaking of that, I do remember yesterday. I was talking about Fortnite being the worst game ever. Somebody, I don't think you need to guess who. Somebody was like, a certain somebody said, you should do a 24-hour Fortnite stream. Now I'm gonna say what I said back, and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about most likely. So I said to this person, I said in response, quote, if you want me to do a 24-hour Fortnite live stream, 24-hour Fortnite live stream, then you would have to listen to country music for 24 hours. Let's just stay for the record that she was not. She kind of. She kind of did not want to be involved with that joke anymore at all. She didn't want anything to do with that whole tidbit, I guess. I don't know. But we just stopped talking about it. It was really funny, though. And then at the end, I'm like, in other words, not gonna happen. I remember someone saying that, but I don't remember who said it. You probably know who I'm talking about. I mean, you've heard me talk about her almost all the time on my streams. And I say almost all the times because the only times that I don't bring people up are on streams where I'm tired as hell and I just want to go to bed. Yeah. Also, we are nearly 6 minutes away from the end of the stream. As it? Yeah. And you know what's really funny? She has gone on record to say that her family doesn't like it. No, her family likes country music, but she doesn't. And if she's watching this stream, I'm just going to say this right now, she kind of contradicted herself. When she's actually contradicting herself. How do I know this? Because if she hated all kinds of country music, she has told me that before as well, then she should not be liking Johnny Cash, but yet she does. I don't know what it is about Johnny Cash's music, which is country because he is a country music singer. I also don't really like country music. Somehow I get the feeling. I'm honestly going. This is actually me going into a little bit at it actually. The funny part is, I feel like some people, not everybody, but I feel like some people who say they don't like this thing are just trying to be rebels. In their, like, I don't know, well, like, in your case, Cubs player, I don't know if anybody in your family outside of you don't like country music as much as you do. Like, you say you don't really like it. So is it a case of, like, is it basically like with Ozzy's case where you like some country music, but not like the whole genre, but there's like maybe like that one or two type of songs that you might like? Because that's Azalea to a T, actually. Because she likes only like, to my knowledge, she said she's like 2 or 3 Johnny Cash songs, but that's about it. I, for one, am a little bit biased because I live in the country. So, yeah, you can tell what kind of music I grew up with. And as a kid, I will say, I did used to say that country music, it was the best, was like my absolute favorite, if not the best genre of music. Now that I've grown older and a little bit wiser, I won't say that it's the best, but I don't believe it is the worst type of genre, like the worst type of genre out there. I save that for what's called acid rock, which is basically growling music. Not all growling music is bad. I have two songs on my playlist. If anybody wants to see out my favorite songs playlist, it's on my channel. There's only like two growling music songs that I like. One is "This Calling" by All That Remains because of the instrumentation that I thought was really cool, really great, and the chorus because the dude sings the chorus, but he growls the rest of the damn song. But the one that I really like in acid rock is the song "This Fire Burns" by Killswitch Engage, and I like that one better because while I do know that it's part growling music, a good part of the song, a good amount of the song, does delve into sorry, it does delve into actual singing, so that's why I like that better than this calling because of the fact that the dude can sing. But no, my personal favorite genre of music, which is probably going to be on the top, if not at the top, at the number one spot, if not near the very top of it, near the very top of the list, like top 3, top 5, or top 10 or something. Excuse me. My personal favorite genre is rock. Definitely rock. Definitely rock music. Anybody who says they don't like rock music, you are too out of the times. And if anybody ever says, and this is a PSA for everybody out there, if anybody ever says that rock and roll is Satan's tone, I want every single person to look up the song "Forever" by the band Kiss. It is one of, if not the most, it's one of those songs uh, where it's so real, it's really mellow. Like it's one of my favorite songs of rock music. So yeah, it's so mellow. It's like kind of quiet, a little like it's like really quiet, but it's so good of a song that honestly, if I ever heard a person, an adult, an older person say country music is Satan's tone, I would be like, yeah, tell that to this song because this song is a damn good one, and I'd play "Forever" by Kiss. Now, of course, they're gonna say, well, that's different, or they're not gonna want to listen to it because it's by a rock and roll band. But it's whatever. All right. I'm gonna do a few more attempts and then I'm going to end the stream because like I said, I need to go to bed. Honestly, I don't have a favorite genre of music. That's true. I'm not saying that everybody has to have a favorite or a least favorite. As far as I'm concerned, if you just like, I have a mix of music on my playlist. I go country, rock, rap, pop, hip hop, um, uh, in different decades, from like the modern times, a little bit of modern music, 2010s, 2000s, 90s, 80s, some 70s, a little bit of 60s. I don't think I have any 50s music though, but I'm not going to go anywhere near the 1940s. Because if I want to say the one bad thing about country music, it was in the past of how you had all these singers who were just who basically had to have a southern drawl and a banjo to know how to, a banjo to play to sing it. It's not really a good thing of music. I really don't like that type of country. And there are country singers out there that I know of that don't play that type of thing there. Alright. So I'm gonna do a few more attempts and then I'm gonna end it. I would say 22, but then I'd be here for 11 minutes and I really want to go to bed. And I really gotta go to bed soon. For obvious reasons. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing this because I want to see, I'm going to keep doing this until we reach when I start and then we hit the exact minute mark, then it will stop. Yes, I'm going to play that kind of game, I don't care. Alright, that actually ended it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set myself up for later. I'm gonna go ahead and save right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and go find a raid target. Let's find a raid target. If anybody wants to join in on this raid, I'm about to start it. So I'm gonna refresh the page, see who we got. Alright, so we got John the Pika, the musician, who just did a video the other day about a Pikachu eating pizza. Make It Look Easy, who is playing the terrible game that is Pokemon Unite, but, you know, again, in my opinion. Then we got Snydog doing a speedrun, an 80% speedrun live stream with Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. Then we got Tom Leo doing the Super Mario Galaxy 2. Then Mugs playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. He's got a decent amount of viewers. I don't think we should rate him. And Frosty and Lemon with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Live Gaming with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Trainer Mystic just chatting while he builds Legos. Wesley playing Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, Proud Mode, the Sora playthrough. Let's see here. We got Kratos, alright. Well, actually, no, we already rated him before. Trickster playing Fortnite, yeah. And that's about it. So, yeah, a lot of people live tonight. Yeah, so, let's see here. I haven't rated very many people. I never rated John Pika, and I don't think I rated Easy. Snydog I probably have. Tom Leo I may have done it once. I don't think I've ever paid him back for that one raid. I don't think I have. So I'm not quite sure on it. Let's see. Moms I haven't rated before. Frosty I never rated before. Super Live Gaming, I haven't rated him before either. Trader Mystic never rated. Wesley never rated. Kratos Orion, I'm not choosing him because I rated, he was my last raid target when I was able to do so. And that was fun. So many choices to make. You know what? Let's see here. Who's the lowest here? Actually, you know what? Let's rate this person. Let's rate this person. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it. So here's how I'm gonna do this. So This is the raid target in question. That, my friends, is Mr. Tom Leo. I don't believe I paid him back for that raid that he did when on my first playthrough, when I did my first night. So yeah, there is the raid target. Hashtag Freaky Raid. I'll be there in a moment. Gonna be ending the stream here. So ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me tonight. Another failed, sad attempt at another Shaymin shiny hunt. I'm really gonna shove my foot up Azalea's bum, figuratively speaking, not literally, for potentially jinxing me all over again. Because she did say the cursed 2 words there, and the night's already over, so we're not going to need to discuss it again. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to do it for me for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this is Forrest Walpole, signing off. Did I press the wrong button?